and welcome to part 2 of episode 16 of Ask the Sonic Heroes. I am Tails, I am one of your co-hosts, and I'm here with Sonic.
Now let's get this party started. Back to a question for Shadow. Shadow, 1 through 30, please.
6.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good.
It's not bad, but it's just silly. From Sonic 1991 to Shadow, did you went to Disneyland? Or have you been to Disneyland? I guess the question is.
Yes, I have been to Disneyland. Fairly recently. Rouge took me. It was a pretty good time. We went during Halloween, so everybody was like in costume.
Would have been nice to have had your company without the Instagramming constantly.
Alright, when you're in Disneyland, do as the Disneylanders do, you know what I'm saying? Plus, Omega, you cannot tell me that this picture of us on Splash Mountain is not wonderful.
I have to be fair, that is a good picture, us on Splash Mountain.
That was a pretty good one. We were trying to shield Omega a little bit to make sure he didn't get splashed too much, but he just had his hands in the air.
We didn't want to short circuit the entire boat.
I am waterproof, it does not matter to me.
It can be a little shocking the first time.
Wow. I think he was laughing at your pun.
Well, we got photobombed a couple of times. Because, Shadow and me and Omega, we're pretty recognizable, so we'd just be, we'd be waiting in line for a while, and Shadow's doing his Instagram thing, and then when we got to looking at the pictures afterwards, there's all kinds of people in the background like, oh my god, it's Shadow the Hedgehog!
Yeah, one time some kid was just trying to get his face in there, and I had to, you stopped me, but, God.
When in Disneyland, you have to behave, Shadow.
It was hard.
All right, Rouge, 1 through 27,
Oh my,
please.
okay, 20, please.
From Natalie Wong. Hey, Rouge, what's the most expensive and cheapest thing you've ever stole?
I don't steal all that much these days. I have found other ways to acquire beautiful jewels that I've got my eye on. But I remember...
Rouge, don't kid yourself. You stole my wallet last week.
Okay, the wallet of my friends is a wallet of mine, okay?
Oh.
Sorry. But, however, that wallet was not the most expensive thing that I've stolen. One of my earlier escapades, I was very ambitious, and there was this ancient Egyptian artifact museum showing when I was over there, of course, in Egypt. And it's so long now, I can't even exactly remember what it was, but they had these vials there, and they had jewels as well, and they just really excited me, so I pocketed those and bailed. I found out after the fact, when I got arrested, exactly how much they were worth. Well, I pretended that I didn't know any better because I was a bat, and, if you can play the victim card enough, people will tend to believe you maybe, so I did manage to get out of jail. They took my shiny artifacts, though. That was unfortunate, but, those, I guess, of those all together, I took a bunch of them. There were 10. I ran out with, like, a gigantic bag just full of things, and there were a lot of people screaming at me, but I didn't have the finesse back then. That was an earlier adventure of mine, so I think that was one of the more expensive little ventures that I went on. And the cheapest, I stole all the lollipops once from that, dish at the bank.
You monster.
I don't know if that counts,
No.
though. You don't have to pay for those.
Well,
I think they mean, shoplifting, petty shoplifting.
Well, they cost something at some point, and when you take just the whole bowl and, just run off with it, people get pretty upset about it, and,
So many children were disappointed that day.
I know, it was all done out of spite. I was angry at the teller after we talked about interest rates. It was terrible.
You've kind of mellowed out with that sort of thing lately.
like, I've got a bunch of regular jobs, and, if you get into too much trouble just for no reason, it gets a little bit tough with your government job. So,
Just a little bit.
Yes, I weigh the benefits a little more now than I used to when I was newer at this.
All right, then, Tails, question for Omega.
1 through 20, buddy.
15.
From Bernice He. To Omega, do you have a girlfriend? If so, who is she? If not, why not try Jenny, aka XJ9?
Do you mean the android from My Life as a Teenage Robot?
Yes, I think that's
I
it.
think they do, yeah.
I believe she would be nice, to be fair. But if I had to be honest, I am not looking for romance. I am currently trying to make memories, so that way the best moments of my life are spent with the people I care about. And at the moment, romance is not on my mind, not since the trash can.
Oh.
Omega, that's a very mature answer of you.
It's always okay to not be interested in romance. There is no shame.
Good answer, Omega.
He's right.
All right, time for the group question.
Oh, is it my turn for that?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Well, alright. He sounded so disappointed.
Sonic,
I
is this
know,
how you
like,
treat your
oh.
friends?
Like, okay.
Trying to get you some more spotlight, buddy. Come on.
And Tails, you say I'm the annoying one?
Oh, you better back off, buddy.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
You want to go?
Shadows cut-
Tails, you will
focus.
not win. You will not win. You're too young to die.
Oh, I have ways. Anyway, Omega, 1 through 16.
I pick number 3.
Oh, wow, I can't read. Hello. From Hedgehog Fan 13. To all, who's your favorite Disney villain?
Well, this is nicely themed.
What's with all these Disney
Wow.
questions?
Yes,
My favorite Disney villain is Scar from The Lion King.
For me, I'm, let's see. It's kind of hard for me to come up with, which one off the top of my head. I really do like the, villains from Disney. Like, the first ones I'm thinking of are, Ursula. She was a lot of fun. Like, she was a very confident and conniving woman, and she had a great song. She was just a lot of fun. She had great, like, presence in her film. Very neat. And I think that might be tied with the villain from Princess and the Frog.
Oh, he's so cool.
Yes, he's...
I forget his name, but he's so cool.
I think part of why I like those two, they're kind of similar in a way. Just really confident, like very smart villains who generally, they make deals with the person that, with the heroes of the story. And generally, they kind of pull the strings on their deals in the background, but, I think that there's kind of a suaveness to them both that I think is very cool.
My favorite villain from a Disney movie would be Yokai from Big Hero 6.
Ooh, good one.
His ability to not only be super smart, but also manage technology incredibly well. It is a feat that I have to say is quite impressive. That, and the machines are quite scary to think about. The way that those micro machines work is incredibly impressive and dangerous.
Nanomachines, son.
They're called microbots.
Yeah, I was making a Metal Gear reference.
Okay.
Well, sorry.
I couldn't help it.
I need scissors 61.
Metal Gear.
I don't understand what anyone's talking about anymore.
I can't keep up with Meme Lord Shadow, okay? I try. I don't know when he's making jokes half the time or if he's just confused about something, and I think it crosses paths sometimes.
I never am confused about anything.
Well, that's because if you ever are, you turn it into a meme.
I'm the ultimate.
And add hashtag to it so no one notices.
No one memes like Shadow.
Alrighty then.
No one memes like Shadow.
Oh no.
No one goes skating around wearing jets like Shadow.
I'm inherently and incredibly manly.
As you see, I've got coolness to spare.
Not a bit of him scraggly or scrawny.
Oh my god.
Last bunch of me's covered hair. Well,
And every last inch of him's covered in
Chest
chest
hair.
hair.
In all of my decorating.
My what a guy, Shadow.
We're just gonna
Alright.
do this all day. Wait.
alrighty then.
This is Team Dark Disney edition.
I
Oh
love
my
it.
god.
Alrighty then, Shadow. 1 through 30 again.
Let's do number 18.
From Sylvia White. Shadow, why do you really pick on Silver? What did he do to tick you off? This show is amazing.
Are you kidding me? Why do I pick on Silver? Okay, you've seen the show. This is good. So, you can't tell me that you just don't want to punch him in the face every time he opens his dumb mouth.
Oh my gosh.
He's just so Silver. I hate it.
Oh my gosh.
Plus, not to mention the crimes he committed last episode.
Remember, no burning down the set this time. Alrighty then, Rouge, 1 through 27.
Wow. with that kind of threat in the air. 14.
Number 14, from Philip Everett to Rouge. How do you feel about some people shipping you with Blaze due to your special victory animation in Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games?
Well, first of all, I could do worse than Blaze, honestly.
Oh.
I guess I don't really mind. You know, people can do what they want. Like, I've seen some pretty creepy ships. This one, I don't think this one's very creepy. I mean, Blaze is not the one I would prefer, really. But you know, she's pretty cool, and she's very shy too. It's like she's getting better, but I like to, you know, you've seen the way I interact with like Knuckles at times. I like to pull I like to pull people out of their shells a little bit, you know, get them to have a little bit more fun, get more engaged with the situation. So the same thing applies to Blaze, really. With our victory pose, you know, she was just standing there so regal, but I know she was really excited, and I am competitive as all get out, so I was really pumped to have won the different events that we did, and also I was playable for the first time in these games, yes! So, I got her going to just let her, helped her express a little bit of the excitement of kicking everyone's butt in that event. And so I pulled her up and did a little twirl, and that made for an excellent pose. Definitely got us more attention from the judges, even bigger claps. That was fantastic. But I guess the question was, I think I answered it already, but it was, as for whether, what I think about people shipping Blaze and I, well, I don't know. Do what you want. Again, like I said, I could do worse. It could be like Eggman or something.
Yeah.
I think that's the absolute
Or
worst
Silver.
for anybody.
Yes.
Ugh.
Or it could have been Silver. That would have been a little worse.
Oh my goodness. Why does everybody hate him so much?
I just answered this
Gosh,
question.
I feel bad for the guy. Okay, then Tails, question for Omega.
I pick number 1.
From Comic Sans 42. E123. I've gotta ask, if you could have an organic body like your pals on Team Dark, what would you be? Wow, I can't read. So let me start over.
says the child genius.
Leave me alone. At least I can read the word organic. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Here we go. Okay. From Comic Sans 42. E123. I've gotta ask, if you could have an organic body like your pals on Team Dark, what would you be? Like, say, a bat like Rouge or something else?
To mix things up, I think I would be a bear.
That makes sense.
Yes. That would really
Wholeheartedly
fit you.
support this decision.
I cannot see myself not having my sharp robotic claws. As such, to compensate for this, I will have to be a bear with really large claws.
Huh.
I agree with that idea, and you can maintain a
mean-
little bit of your size and bulk too, so it wouldn't be a jarring difference from, it wouldn't be a jarring difference between being how you are now to being an animal. I actually think that really makes sense, Omega. Good thinking.
Would you change your name at all, Omega?
I am not good with basic names. I only know codings and who you people are and your designated names. As such, my creativity circuit is at a standstill. I would just be Omega the Bear.
That sounds good to
sounds
me.
really
Sounds
good.
amazing.
Cool.
All right, so we on to ourselves another group question.
14.
From Kit Kat Van Cara to Shadow, Rouge, or Omega. Do any of you set up playdates with Cream? I know you're all tough, but you need some time to relax, and Cream only really plays with Charmy and Tails. Or me, really. If you do, what games do you play with her?
Why would I hang out with a little girl who collects flowers? That would be totally weird. It's not like she taught me how to make flower arrangements one time or something. That never happened.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but
So, I, of course, never went there with Shadow involving anything about having some flower talk to make. But completely on my own, of course. I have actually been to more of the tea parties with Cream. You remember that she used to invite me to them, and I would tell her that I was too busy all of the time? Well, you know, I am a very busy bat, and I think the idea of a tea party was, it just seemed so, it seemed like a little kid thing to do, and I was a little bit embarrassed, but, every once in a while I go back for them now. She's a very good little hostess, actually. She and her mom make a lot of really delicious little cakes and these small cookies. The tea is very good. They make a little
oh my
side
gosh.
salad.
Vanilla's pies are to die for. Not that I've ever been over to try them.
Oh, no, not...
I have been over to Vanilla and Cream's house before. They asked me to do menial house labor, which is fine as I need to pass the time every now and then, and utilizing my abilities to benefit others is always a good thing. I use my large robotic claws as blenders every now and then, and mixers, to allow for great and excellent smoothies, and even better cake batters.
Wow.
So you just openly like to go over, huh?
They enjoy having me over. As such, I do not want to refuse their company, as that would be rude.
Yeah, Cream has seen a little bit more of us, I guess, in the last couple of years.
Well,
A couple
that's
more
nice.
of them.
Yeah, well, us as in Omega and I, of course.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well then, I think that puts a button on part 2 then. And I, Sonic the Hedgehog, will see you all next time.
This is Tails signing out.
This is Shadow and oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I forgot to water my poinsettias. I'll be right back.
This is Rouge with a renewed craving for apple pie.
E123 Omega. Sometimes it is difficult to clean off the cake batter.